that peer pressure was like, oh, my contemporaries were doing something. I have to do it to show that I'm cool, like I'm part of the. Meanwhile, I know where I'm coming from. Let my mother not see me cut my hair.
Friends, they're not giving you food to eat.
Yes,
one. They did not borrow you the
They're not
clothes you're
helping with
wearing.
anything yet.
They did not make your hair for you. They did not even give you the belt you're wearing as a guy, those set of friends. So they don't even call you in the morning to say, how are you doing?
So at the end of the day, being authentic to yourself, sticking to your morals, sticking to your values, because it's gonna cost you. Oh, okay, you're not a popular girl, but at the end of the day, you're gonna turn out fine.
Hey Whisperers, this is your host Debbie and
your co-host Ima.
Welcome to Whispers of Growth.
Hey Whispers.
Hello.
How are you doing?
How are you guys? How on a day? What did you eat today? Let's start with that one.
Today is Saturday. What am I even saying?
Yeah, today is Saturday.
Okay, we're recording on Saturday.
Yeah,
so what did you eat in the morning? I know you guys will be seeing the video on the Friday, so please don't think it's. We're asking you about Saturday because Saturday morning, that's when if you're in Nigeria, they'll do akara and akamu.
I wanted to do akara today, actually. I mean, I wanted to do akara today. I was just like, since we're recording, I won't be able to like meet up because akara, there's a lot of like this thing that go into its process. So I just say, you know what, next Saturday.
But is there a reason why? Okay, akara. I think people in Nigeria will be the one to relate. But is there a reason why on Saturday, every Saturday morning is akara and akamu? Every Sunday morning is bread and egg.
Do you used to have like someone like in your area when you were growing up that they will send you to go and buy akara from?
Yes, now.
Yeah, we have like a akara.
Then your mother will tell you, not that woman.
There's always a particular woman.
That woman is always
the akara is always the best. Yes, you must trek a while. You have to like go a bit further.
So it's Spain before game.
Yes, in search of this particular akara. That is the best akara. Nobody else wants another one. And any day that one was not open, oh my god, the depression that hits the whole family is like, oh my god,
there's no other akara.
Oh my god, how dare this woman not open?
She no go rest.
Like we don't even know what her personal circumstances. She must just open any day. She just has to open.
All right. So we just want to know how have you guys been? I know
you guys been? Yeah, it's been.
We didn't release an episode last I think last week Friday or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago,
we should have released an episode, but then there's just
logistics.
Is it logistic or circumferences? Circumstances.
In the circumstances.
Yeah, so many circumstances in the circumferences. Because it was so definitely we'll tell you how, because now it's not even how our 2 weeks was, it's how our 4 weeks.
Yeah,
it's almost 1 month. But then we'll definitely tell you how our weeks have been. I want to know how have you been since the last time we watched our episode? Did anything, what happened? What was the gist? I also have testimonies.
Oh, awesome.
But then we are gonna get there. And if you like, so that my testimony is small, it's not your testimony in the first instance. You get it now? Thank you very much. So Dima, how was your 4 weeks?
A lot has happened. A lot has happened. I if you remember, I graduated.
Graduation.
Yeah, so went to Manchester to do my graduation. If you guys don't know, I got a master's degree. For those who know, and I think most of you know already. So I got a master's degree. So shout out to me. It was not easy.
The clap effect.
It was not easy. Yeah, it's not easy. Like when I was graduating, I was just like, I actually did it though. That time that I was writing how many pages? 3,500 words, 5,000 words of assignments and papers and research. I was just like, I'm gonna kill me right now, as in like what is happening? What is this? It was so difficult. I needed so much like motivation, so much encouragement, and honestly, everyone tried their best to like encourage me, and I managed to get through the whole thing. So graduating felt like, this. I felt a bit like, okay, this is the reward for all of that effort.
Yeah.
So the ceremony was very nice, very quick. The weather was awesome. If people know Manchester, it's always raining. Like the weather is just bipolar. It does whatever it likes. But praise be, it happened that it was a good weather that day, and everything went smoothly. My pictures were banging. My makeup was banging. Honorable mention for this makeup, please, Debbie. Debbie did my makeup, and up till today, people are still like, who did your makeup? Like, it was so nice. It was so fine. Like, it's so popping. If you go to my Instagram now, you see what I'm talking about. Like, it was very, very good. So Debbie did my makeup. My bestie came. She came to join me to celebrate, and she took all my pictures. So shout out to Oluchi. Thank you for everything. Like, you're just the best. So it was nice. And then we went to dinner. With a few family and friends, and it was just nice.
I was there too.
Yeah, Debbie was there.
I ate
Debbie was there. Debbie took pictures.
That food didn't have pepper.
There's no pepper. There's never pepper.
Dima offended me that day.
Oh, because I was supposed to bring this.
Hold on. Let's talk this thing, because now when they start fight, we're not going to fight today.
I'm so sorry.
Because I'm the one handling the game. I said you should know beforehand. But then tell me why Dima tell me that we are going to Italian
I forgot
restaurant.
that I was dealing with a Yoruba woman.
She said she will bring dry pepper with she called 2 types of pepper. I said, okay, now it's gonna work.
I forgot.
That day she now said she forgot.
I'm sorry.
That food. It's because I came on
night. They even brought pepper. The pepper was still not pepper.
Which pepper?
Like, it was just like, what is happening?
So
they bring the hottest pepper, anything at all, hot sauce.
No, do you know
whatever you have?
The most annoying
part
part is that nothing will have annoyed me. The fact that fine, the pepper did not pepper, but why is it fresh pepper and it's still not pepper? I ate fresh pepper,
raw fresh pepper.
Meat, moi, here.
So it was just nice. Like, the food was nice.
The food was delicious. The
ambience was awesome.
It wasn't spicy for me.
One of I think the host for our table, he had been to Lagos a couple of times, so he was like speaking a bit of Yoruba with Debbie.
I was shocked.
Yeah, it was a nice experience. You know, it was interesting. We heard some of his stories. He told us about when he went to Lagos and all that. But we had a great time. Then I think that was like on the Wednesday of that week. Then on Saturday was my husband's birthday. Yeah. So we went out, did a little dinner, just small something. I bought him plenty gifts, you know, to celebrate him. You know, pants and singlets as always. Boxers.
Thank you.
And singlets. Listen to me. It is very important.
Dima,
to keep the culture going.
Hold on.
If you know, you know.
Let me say something. Oh God. Dima first broke my heart.
Boxers.
When she said she bought plenty gifts, in my mind I said, another birthday is coming. Am I going to buy plenty gifts? You don't understand. But when she now said be boxers and singlets.
Listen, we are millennial women. I can
buy plenty of that.
Tradition.
I can buy.
Very important. Very important. You buy like the sets, the singlet, the sets.
I can buy 5 sets.
Thank you. That 5 sets.
I can buy 5 sets.
You do boxers, 5 sets.
I can buy 5 again.
Then you find like a small perfume, just a small, spray it.
To spray the boxer. So
when it
smells nice.
Oh my God.
More like flower.
Ambience is everything.
Yes.
Ambience is everything. You just spray the small perfume. You give it to him.
Tie red ribbon.
Oh, thank you. Because I tie green ribbon.
I tie blue.
Very, very lovely.
Favorite color, blue.
So, you know, that was that. I did a bit of that to keep the tradition going, not to let my fellow women down.
Thank you very much.
We celebrated. We went to dinner, and it was very nice. It was a very nice. He had so much fun. He loved the singlets and the bust. He loved it,
and it's going to last.
He was over the moon. I'm telling you.
Yes,
for a very long time.
The thing is, you know, this thing about this gift thing. Let me just even say it now. For example, now my husband, his gift, you know, the things that he like, it's like sneakers, things that I cannot buy in bulk.
It's high maintenance.
Things that I cannot bet and buy. You know, I have to open my eyes.
He's a high maintenance husband.
Buy it.
You need to buy the original, the real thing.
But do you know that what they really, really need? Sneakers is what they want, but what they need is boxers
and they don't know what they need. We are here to
because we're the one washing putting the clothes in the machine. We know when the singlet is not up to par. We know when the boxer is not plenty again. So that's why.
Preach.
That's
what we're talking about.
So you guys understand.
They know what they want. They don't know what they need. We know what they need. And
so we're getting them what they need. So for you people that you know, you have somebody that their baby is calling, your husband, your partner,
your boyfriend.
If you like. We just talk new. If you like, buy singlet and boxers. If you like, don't buy it.
Yeah.
A word is enough
for the wise.
Thanking you.
That's how they say. So what else did I do? Okay, one of the days, because a lot of time has passed, we went to the People's Museum. Me, Debs, and one of our other team member. So we went, and I think Philip as well. So we went to the People's Museum. Oh, and then John Mark as well. It was like a little, you know.
I think I only saw Debs and your picture. I think it was fun.
So we took pictures with them, but the whole day, like everything that happened is on my YouTube. So you guys can, you know, check it out. It's on my YouTube channel at Dima George. So we had fun at that place. It was very, very interesting. We saw like the history of like Manchester, the history of like revolutions, protests, things that have happened like in the past. And it was really eye-opening to see that some of the things that we're fighting for now are things that people had already like fought for. Things like fair wages, things like human rights. I didn't even know that there was a time where people were not allowed to vote. So first of all, it was people were not allowed to vote at all. The rich people controlled the government and everything. So people fought to have a right to vote. But then the right to vote was given to men, not women. Then women then had to fight to have the right to vote. So I learned that from there. And I learned about how the Industrial Revolution kind of started in Manchester. Yeah. I think it started in France, but started in Manchester when it comes to England. So it was really like eye-opening. It was very interesting. Then we went to this little Vietnamese place for lunch after the tour of the museum, and then we took pictures. You know, just a few things, caught up. It was really very nice. So I think that's like the most interesting. That's like the highlights of everything.
All right, so just to ask because some people might be watching this and you feel, oh yeah, I want to visit the People Museum. Was it free?
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it was free. But they take donations, so it's nice to donate because that's how they are able to like keep the place going. So I did donate, you know, a few of my coins. But if you're going, do remember that you should take some cash with you so that you'll be able to donate, because you can't donate. There's no,
you can't do transaction.
There's no card payment, right? Just like cash or coins. Then you just donate.
And where's this based? Where in Manchester?
I've forgotten it's close to New Bailey.
Okay.
It's just like almost New Bailey, but I can find your address if anyone is interested. If you Google it though, if you Google it, People's History Museum, you should be able to you should be able to find the place.
No problem. Thank you so much for filling us with your
what did you do? What did you get up to?
Well, number one in my own highlight is that my face is better.
Yes,
it's better and beautiful.
That really went through a lot.
My face is better. No more drying. What happened? It's now very wet, like a flourishing land.
Yeah, it's glowing.
Can you see?
Popping.
So I'm happy for that because I came onto here. I was here. I complained. I was going through a lot. I don't know what's happening to my face, but now it is way better. And yeah, I'm happy to share with everyone. Thank you so much. For some people that might be asking, what did you now finally use? Well, I went to the mountain, hill, top, lower, under the water. I went through a lot, but then what did I finally use? Let me even tell you the list of things I've used. Some people might be experiencing this. I didn't get a solution. It got a point. I was going through TikTok. I saw this this overnight max that they said will make it glow. I was thinking, okay, with this one, I got Sladen. I don't know if it's Sladen serum and cream, moisturizing cream. I bought that. Nothing. I got simple face wash, simple serum. I had simple moisturizer. I had my face cream that I discontinued at some point because I felt like, okay, maybe it's the face cream. But this is something I've been using for so many years.
I still don't know what even costs your face to dry.
I don't even know what cost it at some point. But then it was just still that way. It was drying up. I was using the slide and I noticed I was even getting darker. I don't know why it's called a brightening or whatever, but I was even getting darker than my body. Face was getting darker than my body, which my body I use Nivea. So I don't even know why it is making me darker. But then I think one day I was just basic because every time I bathe, because when I think about the face, I just feel like, what exactly can I use to this face? So there's this turmeric soap that my mother-in-law uses. Okay. So I just felt like, let me just use it to rub my face. I rubbed my face the first day, second day, it was getting a bit better, but then I went back to my face cream because my mother was like, why did I just continue the face cream? I said, I thought maybe she said I just went back to the face cream. So I was just using the simple serum and the face cream. And I started using my bathing soap back for, because they said, don't use it. I was wondering that I've been using the soap I use in bathing for my face all these years. Nothing happened to my face.
Yeah, me too.
So what exactly is the problem? But I went back to using everything, and I'm just thankful to God that my face is back to normal. Yeah. So that was one. Now for last 2 weeks, we could not recover because work was almost choking me. Like I can count the number of times I thought about looking for a new job. It was countless. I thought about quitting so many times. There are times that I keep thinking, what exactly can you do, Debbie, apart from talking? What exactly do you have? What's your future ambition apart from talking or you're writing?
Talking is the only skill.
What else do you have? What else can you do? You are talking. You've done customer service role. Now, customer service role is not going to pay you the money you want to get in life. Okay, you are talking. The podcast said, are people even supporting me? Because now, people are making me rethink my life choices. I am talking. I have talent in talking. That's why I'm talking to you people. So please, even if I'm going to quit my job, let me have something to fall back on. Support this podcast. I'm begging people. Please, because now you know that now I used to think how to quit my job. Support this podcast. Please, we're begging. So that was it. For that week, I was just thinking, okay, what can I, thinking about work. You got to a point.
The pressure.
I think I was watching something on YouTube from Apostle Joshua Selman. So it was just like he was saying that there's some people that they're always positive whenever you meet them. Like even if they're in a room that things people are angry, they'll say, "Oh, hello, how are you doing? Are you right?"
Those people that can't read the room.
No, they can't read the room, but they are always positive. That when they do that, they kind of lift your spirits. Even if you're angry, you just warm up to them, and you're. And
sometimes it's annoying as well.
Yeah, and they would say that. He also said that. Is it possible that there's some people the only thing they do is complain? That when you do a good morning, they say,
what is good about this morning?
The next thing you know that sometimes you don't want to greet them because you know that all they will do is complain. So he just said that, can you go one day without complaining? And that day I just felt like I'm coming to the office. I'm not gonna complain. I don't want to complain throughout today. Anything that come, I will take it as it come. I will do one step at a time. I was not going to complain. I was just saying that even though happiness, I say, I'm not complaining today. Whether company, I know they complain.
Yeah.
But that was successful in my workplace. When I now got to I complain for my husband. I say, devil is a liar. I said I was not going to complain today, but I got home.
They complain all day. You just see the guy, you just be like, excuse me,
why?
I have several complaints.
Why
can I please present my complaints?
But that day, I said, devil, well play, wow, I'm going to do you back. I will try as much as possible to stop complaining. But then that was it for my weeks. It was really, really, I would say that it was nice.
Do you think that you complain a lot? Is that why you said you didn't want to
No, that's because for the job, sometimes while I'm doing this job, I really wanted to I get so tired and I feel like it's so much. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this. And I keep comparing to say when I was working in my previous place, which is work from home, although the pay was not as much, this was paying more. But I feel like the stress is even more than what I'm getting paid for. But then I'm actually still grateful because there was an increase in salary. So that's why I feel like I'm complaining. And when you do that, it feels like, but you asked God for this job, but you asked for an increase in pay.
Yeah.
Then it came.
I don't really think there's anything wrong with complaining, as long as it's not excessive complaining. And then I find that if you must complain, please, you have to complain in a way that is funny. You have to add comedy to your complaint. That's the only way that you are allowed to complain. That makes it an effective complaining session. Once you make it funny, once you make it funny, you can complain about anything and it will be fine. But then if you are complaining and it's all like, oh my God, it's so, listen, anybody that you're going to complain to, you're killing the vibe. Yeah. You understand? So what else did you get up to? Is that...
Yeah, I think, so, and I had a family friend of mine, she had a naming ceremony. I think I took leave from work because I wanted to do her makeup for her.
Oh, good.
So I did my makeup for her, which she liked. Because, doing makeup, when I said, okay, because I had a friend of mine too, she just gave birth and had to do her makeup. And, pregnancy will do this thing where your whole neck is darker than your whole face. And the whole face is kind of swollen. And I was like, okay, how do we remodel this face to look very okay.
No, but you're very good at that now. You that you're saying you don't have any skill, you have. Debbie is so skilled in so many things. Like I'm like, really.
The thing is, I don't know that will give me all this money. That wait money tell you, boom, you know all this money that will give you. Oh God, this.
Yeah, but makeup can give you that. Like to the level that you're skilled, I think makeup can give you that.
Yeah, but because I think I'm just trying to. I'm looking at it in a different angle. Yes, I can do makeup. I can make hair to an extent, which if I want to get better, I can get better at it. But then I don't want to make an income where I have to be there. I'm working towards making a passive income. I don't want to, for example, makeup. If I'm doing makeup for you for 2 hours and I'm charging you for 2 hours, yes, I'm using my time, my energy, everything. But there's some job where I don't use my energy, I use my time.
Yeah.
And I'm getting sometimes I don't even use my time, it just keeps coming. Yeah. So that's what I'm working to. It's just like, I thought about it that okay, makeup. Imagine when I did makeup for you and your friend, my back was killing me already.
Right.
My body was aching me already. I felt like okay, if I was to do makeup for like 6 people, you can't 6 people like cannot in a day, in a day. So I know that some people do it and it's not like okay, it's not something I do not like, but I feel like it's not something I'll do on a long term to say that I want to make wealth of the case. So I can't. The truth is, I don't think I can make wealth
from it,
from working and putting my energy and my time.
Yeah, but then it doesn't have to be necessarily about like that. I know somebody that she's a makeup artist. She's very good at makeup, but she has the same complaints whereby she's like, oh, the turnover she's gonna get and the effort, efforts minus turnover. That link
they don't correlate.
It doesn't. Yeah. So she was like, oh, I don't want to like stand for hours doing makeup, and it's just like, well, I have to do this to be able to eat. So she decided that what she would do was like still the makeup skills that she has that she will use to make money, but then she would teach makeup. She would teach people how to do makeup. Yeah. And that's how she was able to do it. So she did 2 things. She could teach you how to do makeup, and she also did content like around makeup products, stuff like that. And she's very big now.
So I get what you're saying. I understand. So what I'm trying to say is, for example, your friend, she's teaching some people how to
it's not my friend.
Makeup.
I just know the lady.
You know the lady. Sorry. The lady, she teaches people how to do makeup, and she also could do some other things, content creating. But the same way you have people that they do makeup, but then they develop a product. Let's say there's always every lip liner. You have this Maybelline lip liner, this one, but they have their own.
Yes, I know someone too. I think Princess, yes, she developed her own line of makeup. Yeah.
So some of them just do that because they're trying to create a passive income. So it's not like when you're physically doing something, then you're like getting paid. And people, I think makeup artists, they except you've gone to a particular height, but when you want to do makeup for people, the way the customer think is, okay, how many bits of product are you using on my face? You're going to use this powder for 1,000 people. Okay, how many hours am I going to carry this makeup? I'll carry it to the next day. In 2 hours, I'm done. I'll clean it off.
Yes.
When customers usually have that mentality that, okay, I'm just doing this event for 6 hours, I'll clean it off. So why should I pay so much for something I'm going to clean off? So unlike when you make your hair,
you have to have it like a month, as much as you can.
It's justifiable for you to pay, but then what you're paying for when you do makeup is not the product. Yes, you pay for the product sometimes, but you also pay for the effort.
Yeah, absolutely.
And working on someone's face is more like it's a work of art.
It's a work of art.
Know what to combine because there's a way you do it. Some people do makeup for you. You look like a masquerade. They'll do makeup for you.
Look like you're
look like human being. So dependent. So so I understand that. So guys, please, we're begging. Please support our podcast. Help us. Apart from talking, that I'm really really good at, and I injected or I influenced Dimma. I influenced Dimma to join in the talking.
Yes.
So we're both talkatives now.
We're both yappers.
Yeah. So because of that, apart from that, and probably apart from writing, that's why I'm more even keen into writing books for teenagers, the Gen Z, the Gen Alphas, because I'm just trying to create a passive income as well as impact lives. Yeah, I might not be able to talk to them. It's not all of them that will listen, but hopefully everyone will get their hands on.
Yeah, and it goes a long way.
Yeah, it goes a long way. So that's what I'm trying to do. And I want to just do something that even my son, when he grows up, he can go back to read. and you will get whatever his mom was trying to say to the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha at that time. So yeah, I think that's that. If you want us to know, what you did in your 4 weeks, please do well to
let us know.
Drop it in the comment section. We would definitely,
stuff.
Yes. We want to know what you were up to. We'll feed you up. We've told you everything that we're up to. Even now, mouth is paining me. I didn't have mouth to talk about what we're supposed to talk about today. Let me swallow my spit. But I will try. Okay, so let's go into the topic of today. So yes, for this time, we usually would drop 2 episodes in a month. The first one will be the general, second one will be for the Gen Z and Gen Alpha. And unfortunately, we could not drop the last one. The one we're dropping is still for the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha, and we're still going with our theme, which way to go, but this is part 3. Now, we've spoken about, we'll also be we want to be doing a revision, because some of you might have forgotten what we're spoken about in part 1, part 2, but then that's why you have us. We're going to give you a revision.
Yeah.
We've spoken about social media influence. We've spoken about career path, which way to go. Now we're talking about peer pressure. So some people will call it peer pressure. I don't know who taught them that one.
Stop it.
I didn't. Haven't you heard?
Which people even say that peer pressure?
You got a point. When I hear people say prayer, I say prayer. Is that easy to name? It's pressure. Which one is prayer? Daniel with pressure. Pressure. But it's prayer.
Pressure.
Prayer. It's the prayer. Especially in physics. That prayer want to break your ear. We can praying.
It's just pressure, please. Like you guys.
So
it's pressure. It's peer pressure. That's what it is.
So we're talking about peer pressure today, and yes, that's what. And if you know that you're a Gen Z, you're a Gen Alpha, you're parents of this set of people, please come closer. Come closer to us. Come. We're talking to you. Every other person, please listen in case you have this nephew, cousins, sisters,
they
brothers.
Are at the point where peer pressure is
send
at
its peak. Them.
So they need to
send it to them.
They need to watch this episode.
Okay. Yeah. So speaking first, as I'll always say, I'll let Dima go first. And we're just speaking of some key points, some key things because we're trying to have a more structured conversation. So we'll be talking about, peer pressure in general. What does peer pressure mean to you? And I'll say mine.
Yeah. Okay. So like growing up, when I was like, say, mostly adolescent age, that was when like you start to see like the pressure to do stuff that is against what you have been raised, the values you have been raised with in your home. That's when you start to like see that pressure. For instance, when we all went to school, I noticed that what was happening in pop culture was mostly what we were expected to model, what we're expected to be like. So, that time that Rihanna was like a big person when we were growing up. Even now she's really very big.
And she's like,
she used to like cut her hair anyway. She used to like, cut her hair this way.
They say Rihanna style.
That Rihanna style. Everyone wanted to do that Rihanna style. Some people got like the boldness to actually do the Rihanna style. And then the pressure was, we must all do Rihanna style. And if you don't do it, you're not cool. So to me, that peer pressure was like, oh, my contemporaries were doing something. I have to do it to show that I'm cool, like I'm part of the. Meanwhile, I know where I'm coming from. Let my mother not see me cut my hair. She will cut the head for me. So
from the neck,
she will cut the head and say, "Okay, you don't have any use for this head, Abby. I'm gonna take it." So I wanted to be cool, I wanted to be like, I want to show that, oh, me, I'm also, I know what's happening. Yeah. I know what the trend is. I'm part of the, the popping babes.
The parents you have.
And I know where I'm coming from because that's what we tried. So there were like different categories of pressure. Like there's the pressure to do something that is trendy, that that maybe perhaps your parents will not support. There is that. Then there is the one that is also worse, the pressure to betray your values. You understand? There was always that, then the girls, they'll be like, oh, let's go to parties then, but we were not old enough for things like that. We were not old enough to be able to, without like an adult, chaperoning and making sure that we are all behaving well. So you're not allowed to go to a party on your own, because some of these parties, they get wild and certain things happen. So there's that pressure now to like go to the party, because when you go to the party, you're the cool girl.
Yeah.
Like everybody wants to be your friend, and you want to be popular, and you want to be like, this girl is very cool. Dima is a. But we knew, like we were all raised, in a home.
Way, yeah.
They said maybe you were raised with pack of wolves, but if you're raised in a home, you already know that you can't do these things, right?
Yeah.
So that to me was like balancing what it is that you've been told to do, what it is that you've been instructed to do, how you're supposed to conduct yourself, and what your contemporaries, your peers, your classmates, your age mates are doing. That is like what peer pressure really is for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do understand the perspective you're coming. So what you're saying is basically, where you have peer pressure and you're comparing that, or it's a war between the peer pressure and your personal values.
Yeah, absolutely.
The way you've been trained from home, but
Absolutely.
then something is just pressuring you. Which I would always say that, see, when you're in your teenage stage, so all Gen Z and Gen Alpha, is okay to have peer pressure. Like it's something that sometimes it even happens to you unconsciously. You are saying, no, I will not do, but at the end of the day, you just find yourself gearing towards that path. Yeah, it's something that even everyone, we in the millennial, older, even our parents, everyone, they've been through that stage. It's just something that when you see people doing, yes, we have our personal values, you've been taught. The same way, I remember sometime, like, because people are wearing, most people wear mini skirts. You dare not wear mini skirt from your house. Then you wear it to normal length. When you now get to the road, you now draw it up. And you know that your father and your mother must not catch you. If they catch you, oh God, you stand very Mary Amaka skirt from that
They'll
time.
They'll take the waist from you.
So, yeah, I feel that's what peer pressure is. Peer pressure is just about, people are doing something, but, some people even do peer pressure that is not even comfortable for them. Like, people are doing something, this is not comfortable for you, but because you just want to fit in.
Yeah.
So it's just like
the pressure
fear,
to fit in.
the fear of missing out. Like
FOMO.
FOMO. You feel like, no, the people are going this way, I have to go this way. You follow. So it's just like the fear of, I don't want to miss out on this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Those pressure is there. And people, I just say to Gen Z and Gen Alpha, it's just okay. But it's okay to also know where to draw the line. It's okay to know boundaries. Okay, no, this one is, this is extreme.
Yeah.
I cannot cross this line.
There is a thing that you do to be cool. Then there is a thing that you do and you're betraying yourself.
Yeah.
You always have to know the difference. That is just, okay, you participated in a trend because everyone is doing it, you're pressured to do it. That's a different thing. Maybe you want to be cool, maybe you want to be popular, but the other side of it, because people are doing Yahoo, does not mean that you have to do it. That is betraying yourself and the values that you were raised with.
Yeah, even speaking about peer pressure again, yes. Let's say, for example, on TikTok, there are things that are trending, let's say people are trending by making this dance content. Maybe, let's say, we'll just drop the new song.
A new song, Davido.
Yeah, or let's just say this Desperado.
Okay.
God,
yeah, Charlie Poppy.
So let's just say that there's a song like that where people are doing some, dance trend, and you feel like, oh, I can dance. You want to do the dance trend, and you just do the dance trend, and that's like a normal thing because you want to look cool to people. Yes, we understand.
That's nice. Yeah.
But now, when it's going to extreme, is when you know that from the house you dare not dress shabbily. Let me use that word. You don't dress like you're using afiad to make it clothes. You understand? You dare not dress so, rugged from your house. But because you go on TikTok or you go online and you see people are now doing calm down with pants and you feel you can also do it and you now wear pants. You that your father and mother will not even allow you to wear a mini skirt. But you went farther. You went to the extreme of wearing a pant. Pants, they'll be liking pants to trouser. You wore it's called a pant, an underwear. On this, you wore that to say, come and
shimmy on this.
Come do this with me. That's you going to the extreme because you do not know where to draw the line. There's some things that you know that no, never, ever, ever would this be allowed in my family. I wasn't trained with this. And even if, let's say, for example, you do not have the training, because we're saying this, it's not everyone that has, a guardian to put them through.
Yeah.
Some people, they never had, a mother figure, a father figure. They raised themselves and they were raised by the streets. They grew up with the grace of God. Yes, I understand, but still okay, because even as an individual, in your heart of hearts, when it's you, yourself, and you alone, there are some values you instill into yourself. There's some things you say, no, no, this is not looking good for me. You picture yourself and you say, no, this is not me. This is not looking good. But then this peer pressure just happened, and you notice that people are doing this, and people are. For example, Yoruba would say something. They would say that Kojuma ribi gbogbara lugwe, meaning that for the eyes not to see evil, the whole body is the medicine. So when they will say that, something will say that when you see something, flee. Flee is not something as run. Run is you're still counting your step. Flee is you don't even look at it. You don't even wait to say what is there. You don't even want to know the content. You don't know what is it. You just leave.
Yeah,
the same way they will say that, yes, for your eyes not to see evil, the whole body, meaning that you need to evacuate that space.
Don't use your leg and walk into the place where you will see the thing that that's evil for your eyes. So I think that, to add to the point you're trying to make, there will always be influence. There will always be external influence. There is this thing that wants us to be like external validation. Everybody wants external validation.
Yeah.
Everybody needs external validation. But to the point that Debbie is making, I think that determining what your value is, what is authentic to you, and then not betraying that is how you can successfully overcome peer pressure. This is something that I've done, like the inner work, where I've come to the point where the opinions of people, or people who might think, oh, because I did not participate in this thing, or I did not do this thing this way, or I'm not cool, or I'm not like, this, I don't know what's up. I've come to the point where it doesn't matter to me, because what matters to me is being authentic. That is not to say that, oh, I am so immune to influences or like peer pressure. I'm not immune to it. Nobody really is. There's always that.
There's a way, you have a way of curbing it. You have a way
you have to draw a line and say that these things are not authentic to who I am, who I've been raised to become. These things do not speak, good about me, or me participating in these things does not really like show what my values are. It shows the opposite of what my values are. Once you're able to draw that line, once you're able to make that, I promise you, nothing will move you. Nothing will, set you in a position where you feel like, oh, I have to belong. You don't have to belong. Honestly, like, I just wish I could like make it as clear as possible to every young person I know. You don't have to belong. Some of us grew up and we didn't belong. We were like outside of the groups, and we turned out okay. We did not have to do certain things. We were not those girls that had to like take the fast route. Girls were doing things when we were growing up. We were aware of it as teenagers. Then girls were fast, so to say. Girls ran into certain deadliness, certain things, but they were the cool girls, but we were not, because we weren't doing those things. And now we all turned out fine. So at the end of the day, being authentic to yourself, sticking to your morals, sticking to your values, because it's gonna cost you. Oh, okay, you're not a popular girl, but at the end of the day, you're gonna turn out fine. You're gonna grow up and be a solid human being who is not moved by trends, who is not moved by what everybody else is doing. And I think that's what is more important.
Yeah, so you'll be someone that the movers and shakers will not move. You get my rhyme. And you're thinking that I don't have a value. I don't know what my value. I don't know what my moral is. Please go and look for. What's worse? Ask ChatGPT.
You need to establish what's your value.
Yes, you need to think about it. And now, when we talk about value, I don't know, it might be sounding like a big word to some people. Let me just dissect. Let me break it down. What value is? So, value is how do you want to be perceived by people? Like, what do you hold there? What is important to you? So whatever is important to you is something that you're valuable for. Some people might say that they cherish being they cherish integrity.
Yeah.
So integrity is your value. When people see you, they know you for integrity. Some people, your value is being punctual. When they call your name, the first thing that comes to their head is, oh, that person is a very punctual person.
She's very respectful of people's time.
So those are values that those are values that you take. Those are values, and you develop values in different aspects of your life. Your daily life, you have your values. Your family life, you have values. So in a family, for example, let's say when they say that, oh, the most loving person, they think about you. That's a value you've developed in your family.
Yeah, honesty too is a very good value to have.
At work, you can develop values whereby when they talk about the most skilled or most this person is really, really good at their job, or they
work
are good
ethics,
at this
very
ethics.
Very
they think about you. That is a value that you've put forward to people. So that's what we basically mean as values. What are the values that you have? There's some of you, Gen Z, Gen Alpha, you, in your mind, if they ask what's your future ambition, you say you want to be a politician. You want to be the governor of Lagos State. You want to be the president of Nigeria. But just think about it. What you are doing now, when they play it, when you are the president of Nigeria, can you watch it?
Well, yeah, it's going to speak well. Is it going to speak well of you?
Because that's what we want to talk about. So just look at it that, okay, yes, your future ambition is to be probably the president of Nigeria, or you want to be probably the prime minister in the United Kingdom. If by that time, you became the prime minister, just imagine that the day that they're supposed to inaugurate you to, put you in office to say you're the prime minister or you're the president of this country, and they say, okay, before we do that, let's play a video for you. And they play you now. They play your now, your present. They play it in the future. Can you watch it? When you're done watching, can you say, I am worthy to be in this seat? So that's what we want you to think about. So those are your values. Those are the values and the morals that you need to put in place. And when you do that, you'll be able to draw a very bold line, double bold line. I didn't even say a thin line. It's not going to be thin. It's not a thin line. Double bold line.
Draw the line on the sand. Honestly.
Draw the line to say that this is the lead to peer pressure, because fine, we have all the things we were saying. There's negative peer pressure, we have positive peer pressure, because you're doing something good, you also want to do something good. You see someone doing, so that's why some of you will have a mentor is doing something good because you want to be like that person. You're pressured by what the person is doing, which is of good. Even in school, you can have a colleague that is really, a friend of yours that is really good in mathematics.
Yes.
You want to be good.
If you have like the friends who are like into books, who are like into like academics, who are into like, oh, we can go read and pass our exams better. Why don't you let yourself be influenced by those ones?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm the ones who wants to leave school and go and party.
Yeah, because
do you understand?
Yeah, in school,
it's a positive influence.
Too, you get so pressured. Let's say, for example, you're in a room and you had like 3 roommates, and those 3 roommates, they're always going. Maybe after school, you see them in the evening. They pick their books. They say they're going to class to go and read. They do that today, do that tomorrow. You go to a point, you'll be pressured to follow them. Let me even go.
And you should follow them. You should follow them.
So we're just saying that there's positive peer pressure.
And if you look around you, you will see these positive influences. You will see.
The only thing
you're not always going to looking at what is the trend.
The most enticing ones are the negative ones.
They're the most
are very enticing.
They're the most enticing.
Negative things are enticing and they're
like,
sweet.
Come. They draw you in.
If they're not sweet, you would not take it. It's just like someone having diabetes and they say don't take sugar, but you love sugar. That's because it is the negative. So negative things are always sweet. So that's why that's the most enticing part. You would rather go to a party than follow someone to go read.
Right.
You would rather, go to a party, or you would rather have a clique of friends where you guys talk about all sorts of things that does not even does not relate to your future, other than speaking to a group of friends where you talk about your future, talk about things that are happening, where you talk about things that would, increase your brain. Some of you just talk to people. You like the bad nonsense. You talk to people talk all sorts of the things will be diminishing your brain. When they ask what's your name, you don't even know your last name, you don't even know your first name. You should have that a sign that this is not a good thing to do. Yeah, but
conversations.
those conversations don't bear anything. They don't have any value to you. They are not adding anything to you. And some of you have this peer pressure that you have some friends. They are not helping your life. We cannot cut them off. Do you know the funny thing? Those friends, they're not giving you food to eat.
Yes,
one. They did not borrow you the clothes you're wearing.
Anything yet.
They did not make your hair for you. They did not even give you the belt you're wearing as a guy. Those set of friends. So they don't even call you in the morning to say, how are you doing? The idea they'll say is, yeah, yeah. That's how you start your conversation. Some of you, those set of friends say,
you are here.
No, the way you start your conversation is waiting. Mad person. So I don't understand why you with those kind of friends. Yeah. I don't get it. Yeah. Why can't you cut them off? Some of you are just, you have that fear. You're not comfortable. There's some friends you keep that. I used to say something when I have a set of, there's some things you can say. There's something I can't say to my friends, and there's something you can never say to me. I do not appreciate us being friends and you insult me. I don't have friends where I, say, are you stupid? I don't use those words for friends. I don't use it, and I cannot take it. So what I don't take, I don't do for people. But there are some of you that those are the kind of friends, those things are not comfortable for you to you. It's something that you don't say to them, but they say it to you. It's not comfortable, but you still don't want to leave them. Maybe you feel if you leave them, your oxygen level will go down.
No.
I don't know. Or maybe you think if you leave them, you will not wake up the next day. Because you need to cut them off. Those people are not adding value
to you. Yeah,
they're not adding value. Some friends want to. When you see them, the first thing they'll do for you is like, "Bah, have fun." Are you stupid or is it mental? Like, why will you eat my head to greet me? Yeah. What kind of friendship is that? So you need to think about it. Does this thing add value to you? If it's adding value to you, please create the boundaries. Yes, I said it before. I said in one of my podcasts that you have friends for different reasons. There's some friends, you can't say all friends are, utterly bad. If you're a bad person, I have bad friend, all good. You cancel each other. You can't say, you can't be a bad person and say that you have bad friend. Yeah. If you have bad friend, Italy. You understand? But there's some friends that they will push you academically. Some friends will push you morally. Some friends will push you, some friends will be like an enemy to you and they'll propel you to your greatness. The only thing they do is to criticize. And the fact that they're criticizing you, you're checking yourself over and over. It's for your own good. You might feel like they're being evil, but those are another kind of friend. There's some friend that the only thing in their life, when they wake up, the thing that God, I don't know if God I will send them, their purpose is just to play, party. They don't have any other thing. And those kind of people, if they end up being like a MC or party planner, I won't be shocked because they are really good at that. Now, those are the kind of friends you have. But tell me why you are with those kind of friends 24/7 of your life.
Honestly, you should just surround yourself. Surround yourself with.
Those are the kind of friends that you keep for 1 hour.
The thing with this friendship of a thing is like people feel like they have to like stick to a friendship because they have to be nice. Like if you don't want to move with this person who is like behaving this way, it's like as if, oh, you're not a nice person. Maybe you're being mean. I promise you, you're not. Like this is your life, and you get to decide. You get to decide who is close to you. And there is no law, there is no rule anywhere that says the person who is breaking you down should be your friend because you are the nicest person in this whole world. You need to play point that, oh, I'm so nice.
So many nice.
No, you're not. Don't be too nice and then cut off your own foot. You understand? So it's your decision. You can choose to surround yourself with people who uplift you, people who help you, people who tell you what will help your life. What will help if you're going towards a certain career? Surround yourself with people who will motivate you positively in that career. Surround yourself with people who will give you, that they are also like pursuing knowledge. They are also pursuing the good things. Surround yourself. And that's why they say iron sharpens iron. So you don't have to be nice.
Some of them are doing plastic sharpening plastic. Some of you are plastic, you're doing iron.
Debbie, please.
No, because there's some people when they tell you that, hold on, some Gen Z and Gen, when they tell you that network
not plastic,
people, when they say network for people, you say no, I can't even do it. I'm very shy. But you're not shy when you're so network with people that you will meet in nightclub. Exactly. You are not shy. You are really very active. But when it's network people that will help your life, that's when you used to shy. You need to talk to them. Say, devil, get behind me. That's the devil. Please. But what we're saying now is there are negative peer pressure, there are positive peer pressure. Please and please
navigate towards the positive. That's what we're trying
See, this is what we're saying.
here.
You know when they're doing that TikTok trend, you know,
which one?
They put line like this, they put something here, put something here. You go
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this.
yeah, like,
so just do like, you know, this positive pressure, negative.
them.
I want to just like, you get it. Slide this way. Positive pressure, that's what you should follow. Embrace that, please. There are different peer pressure. We can't even start talking about. If we start talking about different type of peer pressure, we've been through it. We've done it. We've been through it. We've seen it. We've know. Okay, yes, this is it. You know, sometimes somebody will tell you. You know, when you say, money, no, they bring happiness. So when you get money, you realize about this thing. All of us that have not money say, let us people have the money first. Let's have the money. Let's know if it does not bring happiness. Because you're about going there, say that. Let me to experience that money does not bring. Yes. Some of you will still want to, you know, some people say experience is the best teacher. Some of you will not want to hear from people. You want to experience
it by yourself. No, we'll like to let you know that you don't.
I hope. No. If you want to, you can experience it by yourself. But I hope that you would have a way of coming back. Some people experience it, they never came back. Some people experience it, their life was never the same.
Right.
Some people experience it, they had.
And we know those people.
They could not even come back to school. They can't come back. Those people, you understand? Yeah. So just like you have peer pressure, you have people going out to party, hanging out with guys, which you know that this is something that you cannot do openly to your parents. So they used to say something, anything you cannot do in the presence of your parents. Now, that's if you're raised by good parents, because we cannot say that there are no bad parents. Some people are parenting badly, where this is it's not a black and gray. It is black and white. Now, if you're being parented in a good, you know your father and mother, you know they cannot do this thing in their presence, but you do it when they are not there. And your conscience will tell you, you know that, my parents must not catch me. Just peer pressure where you see people going to party, hanging out with guys, you want to go with them, you know, you want to do the same. And the way you know that you go and don't come back, you can't go and get belly, you just get pregnant, finish. And those are our parents, they say you cannot abort it. You are not coming back. But those are those people that lured you to it, they are doing it steady. They are, God, it's not, I don't know if it's God or devil that don't make them get pregnant. But you that you're being used for an example.
God will use it to do example.
So
you better not.
That is it. I'm serious. Some of you as a guy, your friends will lure you to come and smoke. Those friends that lure you, don't say happen to them, but only one that you take like this, you have lung issue. So you not see that
because it must be you that they will use to set example.
But those friends, they don't have. Is when you now do, they say, okay, there's something wrong with your lungs, your throat. Don't you think? So I'm just saying that there are some times that you do things and you don't have a return. You're not going back to the way it was. Things will not go back to the way it was before.
Right.
Some people are lucky.
Going back,
they do it and things
they get
back.
away with it.
They get away with it. Some people are not that lucky. So we're just saying that please get towards the positive peer pressure. We're begging you. Like, it's just the best. We've been through it. We've seen it. We've seen the other part of it. We know what is happening. We're both in our millennials. That's why we're speaking to the Gen Z and the Gen Alpha. This could also relate to people in the millennials also. There are some people that even in your millennials, you're old enough, you still have this peer pressure. Yes, it happens to people. Maybe all your friends, they are buying clothes for party. Even when your budget does not carry it, you can't borrow money. You say that's a very stupid peer pressure. You borrow money to go and buy clothes for party. Why?
You are in debt just to live fake life. You have credit card debt just because you're living fake.
You don't get. You are in debt because you want to just go out for 5 hours because you want to buy clothes to fit in. When you know that your budget do not carry. Those people that bought, maybe they are even having the money they used in buying those clothes was their extra money that they would have give their maybe to buy food for their pets.
Yes, that is true.
It's your
you
whole
don't know
salary.
Anybody's pocket. So why are you living up to someone else's standard? That's the thing.
So this could also
that's
relate
the thing
to
mostly for millennials. Millennials is always about how we have to prove a point that we have made it in life.
Let me give you an example.
Even if it means we've not actually made it in life.
Let me give them an example. So you see that I see that everybody's going to Albania because I'm not blind. Neither am I deaf. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Instagram.
I'm going to Albania.
Me is watching it. Now, I know everyone is going to Albania. I said that with Dima one day. I said, let's plan this travel thing now. Let's even do let us to travel to Albania. That is a pressure because people are going. But then it's a good thing. I feel like I can go there and go and it's a vacation, can go and relax. But when you know that peer pressure is negative, is when my sense does not tell me that your budget does not carry it. Because when I was sitting there, I was planning with Dima, I thought about it. I said, okay, I want to go.
Yeah.
want to look at the money. I said, presently, I know that I still have a bank overdraft that I'm supposed to pay off. If I go to Albania, it doesn't make sense. Like, really.
Because you could use that money to pay
and
off.
clear that. I have a son.
Being in debt,
I was thinking, where would I drop him? But then when I was having this conversation with Dima, I thought I was a single person. I was having that conversation as a single. But when I don't have the reality dawned on me, and my head, all the elements in my brain told myself that, Auntie, come back home. Now,
remember who you are.
Where do you want to put this boy? You want to travel. How do you want to do it? My mom say, yeah, we can. I say, never. I'm not for vacation to go and rest, not to carry the thing I'm going through. So I'm just saying that it's okay to draw the line. It's okay for me to now tell them, I'm not sure this vacation we can go.
Yeah.
Probably if I don't go this year, I can go next year.
Absolutely.
Albania is not moving.
Yeah. There might even be a person that's always saying that thing. He's always saying that, listen, anything that you can do this year, you can do it next year. And even if you don't do it next year, you can do it the other year. Listen. Like, let's not even this whole, we have to do this because other people have done. No, we don't have to. If you don't make money this year, you can make money next year. If you don't make it next year, you can make it the following year. Don't put yourself under unnecessary
because
pressure.
The truth is, when you look at it, 3 years ago, we had lesser streams of income. Last year, there were better streams of income. This year, there are multiple. Yeah. Next 2 years,
there should be more. Yeah, exactly. So
countless streams of income.
Absolutely.
Now, so it's just about. I didn't go to Abela this year. Next year, maybe things I want to stay, they will improve, they will innovate.
Absolutely.
The hotel.
Yeah.
Maybe I will not go to a new thing.
Yeah.
People that have gone, so I'm saying
we have a saying in Igbo language, so good things don't ever end.
They don't ever
end. You will meet it when
it's your time.
That iPhone 16, you will still buy it. Listen, you buy it. There will be another one the time you want to buy.
Yes.
Exactly.
So that's what we're just saying. I just give my live example, and you would notice, because I'm not pressured by pair, I'm able to tell you people that, okay, yes, I have an overdraft. It doesn't, because it does not affect me in any way. Yes, I love good things, but if it's going to cost me so much, exactly. And I know that it's going to be,
what is even the point of living up to someone else's standards? That's the point. Like, what are you going to gain if you've lived up to someone else's standard? Oh, so they'll say, oh, you're a big girl. Look at this happening, babe. Like, but you're not, you're not.
Let me ask you questions.
You're cutting corners for this thing.
It's not easy that they're calling you big girl, big boy. How much did they give you?
Exactly. Like, what are you going to gain from it?
How much did they give you?
As opposed to, you are not putting yourself in a tight corner just to prove a point to people who don't even care about you.
It's so inconvenient for some people.
You put yourself in a tight corner for people who don't even care. Like, people... They have other things.
Have you pretended
people care
before?
About their own lives. So
have you pretended before?
I think I have.
Because it's hard.
It's very difficult.
Hey.
I think I have. I'm mostly not a pretentious person, but I think I've had to pretend.
No,
I
because
it one bit.
Let me give you.
I don't like it one bit.
I'm not good at it. There was a point in time when we were adolescents, like we're in the, let's say, 18, 17, 16, 19. There was this trend at some point that you can, even when we're trying to, we're doing our normal dating where you're still calling, hello, but you say you can speak to 2, 3 people, you can have 3 boyfriends at a time and be shuffling, and you think that, okay, yes, big girl.
Big girl. I'm a big girl.
Which I got to a point, I had 3. One is in my school, one is I was speaking to all 3. It got to a point, I say,
this. You're doing all this plenty work just to prove that, yes,
my dear,
I'm a big girl. I can.
There was a time my brain and everything, all the elements in my brain spoke to themselves. I said, I can't continue like this. I was stressed out. I was trying to, it got to a point, my story was not aligning. I was trying to, this one morning.
It's you that will be stressed out. At the end of the day, it's not the people that you're doing it to show that you belong. It's you.
You are the one that is stressing. Truthfully. And since that day, I said to myself, that was the day I made it. I said, never ever will I date 2 people at a time. If I'm committed, I am committed. I don't want to know what is happening in the next house. I don't want to know what is happening outside. Some people say, but you're not married to this person yet now. You can have, just to check. I don't want to check option. Checking option is stressful.
It's stressful.
That's why when I go to the supermarket, I cannot decide between 2 things to buy. Yeah. So me that I cannot decide between 2 shoes to buy. Why would I decide between 2 human beings? I'm not worthy of doing that. So I don't do it. It's stressful for my life. So we're just saying that, please. That's just all we have to say. Because if we keep talking about this, we'll keep going and keep going
forever.
But I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I didn't even say at some point that you should. I've not called the subscribe subscribe, like, comment, and drop a comment. But subscribe, like, drop a comment, and please, what's the last one? It's usually 4.
No, you can, yeah, you leave a comment, you like, you subscribe, and then you share.
Share. Thank you. I was looking for that last one. Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring.
So please, if you've not done that, if you've enjoyed this to this point, please, we beg you, kindly hit the subscribe button, like this video.
Do all the things.
Share it to your friends, share to your enemy, share to everybody, your niece, your nephew, your cousin. If you watch this thing and you have any cousins or nephew and you don't share to them, you are doing wrong.
You're wrong.
Seriously, you're doing wrong. Share to everybody that you know, and please drop a comment. If you have a different view, tell us what your peer pressure is. What is your own peer pressure? What have even if you're a millennial, what is the peer pressure you have?
Yeah, what do you feel like?
If you're a Gen Z or if you're a Gen Z or a Gen Alpha, what are you experiencing now that feels like a peer pressure? What do you need help with? And you can also use our dilemma
our form. Yeah,
just to tell us. We have a form. Just tell us what exactly you're
dealing with. Yeah.
What do you need help with? What do you need advice with? This is what I'm going through. You can say, okay, you don't even need to use your real name. You can use an alias to say, okay, yeah, and this is what I'm going through. What can I do? How can I, overcome this? We're here to help you. So please, you can also fill the form. I think we've met that session. I'm not sure we don't have anything yet.
No, we don't have anything.
Then just fill the form.
If you have anything that
if you have anything you want us to know, you want to speak about, is bugging you, is bothering you. There's some of you're even at the point of making a decision and you feel like I'm being pressured to make the decision. Should I do it or not? Please let us. You can just drop it as a comment, and thank you as you do that. Now, I think we're done. We've said a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I hope you learned 1 or 2 things. And please don't forget that the whole essence of this podcast is to be a better individual every now and again. Please, we're work in progress. We're working on ourselves. All the things we're saying is not, yes, you can.
There's also things that we're dealing with as well. So it's a personal perspective.
It's things that we can relate to, and we hope that you can also relate with, you can relate to it the way we do. And yes, we're so thankful for that. So I want to say thank you if you've listened up until this moment. And we're going to our game session now. And I said it last time that I'm going to be handling this game. I'm going to be the game master, and somebody's going to be in the other seat of the 10. And now is the time.
I'm ready for you.
So let's go to our game session.
I'm ready.
And we want you guys to play with us. Please play this game with us. As I'm calling it, talk your own. And I'll tell you what the game is about. Now, the game we're playing is pressure or no pressure. That's the game. So based on what we've spoken about. So the way it works is I'll say something, like I'll say a particular phrase or sentence, and Dima will say if it is a pressure or if it's not a pressure. You could also do the same thing. Just comment, for the first one. You can just, when I list them, when I say the first one, like number 1, you can put in the comment section number 1, put your own thing to say pressure or no pressure. Okay. So let's start, Dima. Pressure or no pressure? Wearing human hair to school, number 1.
Oh, yes. Pressure. Pressure. When we were in uni, there was a serious pressure to wear human hair.
I don't even know what human hair was.
That's how you know that you're not part of the big girls. Not part of the big girls at all. Because the big girls then in school, they were wearing human hair. That's like status symbol to know that you know what's up. So there was pressure to wear human hair. And because we could not afford human hair, we did wear a lot of fake
animal hair.
We did, in fact, yes, even fabric.
We wear us
we wore all of it to belong.
We wore sponge
to belong. So
but we didn't use
it was pressure. Yeah, I remember human hair was pressure at some point. It's not really that much of a pressure now, in this phase of our life. But I think then it was a point where it was very thick, that pressure to wear human hair.
Okay, no problem. So let's move to number 2. Copying assignment because everyone is doing it. Pressure or no pressure? Number 2.
Pressure. Let me say why I say pressure.
Why?
When we were in school then, the people who copied, let's take for instance, somebody who copied. By the time that the results came out, they also passed the assignment, even though they copied. So the pressure was that, okay, me now that I did not copy, what did I gain from doing all this work on my own when I could have easily copied and still pass? So it's like, okay, soft life. You want to do soft life instead of working hard and reading. You now say you want to go and copy. So there was a real pressure. And then you want it to be that, oh, you did this assignment the way that they have told you to do. But the pressure is that even if I don't, maybe I can lounge and watch a movie, then copy from somebody, and I will still pass. So it was actually a pressure then when we were in school to copy like assignments. Yeah,
it was.
But I did not copy. I did not copy anything. I did all my work by myself.
I will not say anything. No. You know when I not say anything,
I know, because see, I'm not like really like that very, but I can try when it comes to like school things. So I did all my work by myself.
Okay, so let's move to the third one, number 3. Going to Dubai to prove that you've made it. When people
oh my God, that is pressure, Nigerian pressure. There was that year that everybody was in Dubai. Oh my God,
Dubai
if you did not feel
like
pressure,
toilets.
I'm sorry, like you must be a spirit. If you did not feel pressure that time, everybody was in Dubai. All the Nigerians were in Dubai, both celebrities, non-celebrities, common man, lame. Everybody was in Dubai. If you did not feel pressure, do you remember?
Yeah.
What year was that? Was it 2019? There was a time
everyone was.
You had to go to Dubai to prove that you've made it.
Yeah. If you've not gone to Dubai,
you've not started. You've not started, and I've still not gone to the guy in Dubai. That's letting me know that listen, my level is here. My level. I've still not gone to the guy in Dubai. Yeah. It was a serious one,
please, I want you to also drop in the comment section. Number 3 is going to a party just because your crush will be there.
Oh, that's a good one.
Even if you 8 parties, pressure or no pressure.
Oh, that's a good one. That's pressure. That's pressure. That's pressure. Don't tell me that when I was a teenager, don't tell me a crush was gonna be at a party. And the funny thing, this is why I know that it's pressure. I never went to like parties when I was younger. I got to an appropriate age before I got into partying. So whenever I heard that somebody that I liked then, say like in uni, was going to be at a party that they had told me that I should come, but I know that I'm not supposed to go. I don't used to sleep.
You will not want to.
I will not used to sleep. I'll just be up, sweating. Say, oh my God, if only I can just go. Why can't I just go? If I go there, I will see him. Yeah, that's a very, very good one.
Okay, so I think that's number 4. So number 5.
Okay,
it's saying I don't really eat much on a date, but you're hungry, die. Pressure on the pressure.
That's right.
Pressure. Because
serious pressure. I remember one time
it's too much.
I went on a date with someone, and I think did I order eba and soup or something like that. So I don't even know why I ordered eba and soup, but like I'm gonna be me. I like eba. I'm sorry. I like eba. I like eba and soup, but it's like you go to like a restaurant where they serve only like native dishes, something like that. So I've ordered this and I've eaten it. So I don't know, maybe I'd not found posh enough or something. When I go home, the man, he texted me, he say, fine girl like you are eating a bag. That was the first time I knew that. Oh my God, fine girl, don't eat a bag. I'm betraying my group of fine girls by eating a bag on a date. And that was the first time. So any other date then, I just knew that, you have to order like rice.
Pressure.
Serious pressure.
The pressure is pressuring.
Even if you're so hungry, just order like a local fries.
Yeah, you just want to pick on us.
And if you eat just one, please don't betray the fine girls.
Okay.
Don't betray the posh ladies.
God be with you people.
Just eat a bit, a spoon of pasta, something like that. So that is actually pressure.
Okay.
It is pressure.
So,
then when you go home, you make a bag.
to fill your tummy, so hunger will not kill you. If not, you don't be having bad dream.
You turn about because
you having bad dream.
You can't fall asleep when you've not.
Okay, so let's go to number 5. Joining gym because your friends want summer body goals, but you like food past gym.
Pressure.
Yeah, pressure.
It's serious pressure, but it's not as well. It's depending on how lazy you are. To join the gym, my friends, they really pressured me to join the gym, but I did not join the gym because I'm lazier than anything. But that pressure, it's true. It's true. There's pressure. Even if you go, sometimes you go 2 times, you forget about it. But there's pressure to join the gym, to do fit farm,
So another one, which is number 5. We're doing 6. I think I'm getting the numbering right. So number 5, flying about talking to someone so your friends don't think you are lonely. You know that time you think that
that is so sad.
But you don't get anybody.
Oh, I can
Pressure
imagine.
or no pressure.
I think if you've been single for a very long time, you feel that pressure. I would say yes, pressure.
There's a pressure.
I think if you've been single and they know you like you're a chronic single, like
you're single to stupor.
You're single to stupor. Your single is just a single S. I think you feel pressure to let your friends, especially like if your friends are like in relationships and stuff, you might feel pressure to let them know that you're talking
even
to
when
someone.
You want to feel
I'm even trying to remember if I've done something like that. Like if I'm not seeing anybody, I'm not. But then I'm telling my friends that there's this guy.
I'm not sure.
I don't think I did something like that, but like I can.
I've seen it happen. I see when people. I've seen people do that.
It's really pressure and it's sad. It's a bit sad.
Yeah. So the last one is lying that you've watched every Netflix trend show when you haven't seen episode 1, just to feel among. Like lying that you've watched some Netflix movies just to like, you know that this one they watch movies.
I would say no pressure.
Is that
also pressure? I think like if you lie and say that you've seen a show that you've not seen, then like you were not pressured to do it. You just wanted to lie. Nobody really
meaning that you're a chronic liar.
You're just a liar. I don't think there's any pressure to say, I've seen, like, because I could also say I haven't seen it, but I want to see it.
Yeah.
But if you lie, you've seen it. There's nobody that is going to pressure you.
There's no pressure.
There's no pressure.
So in case I do that one, no, not pressure.
You're choosing to lie. Now you know why you did lie. Okay. So I'm not. No pressure.
All right, I think we're done. We're done with our.
That was. I loved it. That was.
We're done with the game, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you drop it in the comment section. Please join us. Put in the comment section number 1 to 6 every question that was asked. But is it pressure or no pressure? If it's not a pressure, tell us why it's not a pressure. At this point, let us know, is the pressure getting worse? If pressure getting worse, tell us. We're gonna solve it from getting worse. So that's all we have to say today. Thank you so much, guys. And I think we have to go to the market session. We really do not have much to say.
I don't have any shout out. I'm still putting my shout out together for like businesses. I'm still putting it together. Yeah. But for today, I don't have any shout out to
any business. So for myself, I would not say I have anything in particular. But then I'm writing another book. And the book
that's true.
So I'm writing another book, and hopefully, I think I'm done. I'm done writing the book, yes. But then I'm yet to release it on Amazon. I just want to say, I think with the book.
Wait, what was the testimony that you wanted to share? Was it the face?
My face, yeah, my face is better. It's a great testimony.
I wanted to remind you. Of course it is. You really did. I saw it on your face.
I went through a lot. So I even lost weight. You know how face can affect weight.
You lost weight, yeah.
But then, so I just finished the book, and I'm working on the cover design, which will be ready, and that will be on Amazon. And I'm just happy because I think this book I gave it to my husband to read. I gave it to him to read and probably give some edits if you want to do an edit. And
what did he say?
I was just shocked when he read the book and he was like, it's really good.
I was happy. A supportive husband.
I was happy. But then I'm just working on the back cover, and then hopefully that will be out. And it keeps getting better. From the first book I wrote, it wasn't even perfect. I saw even the second book I wrote, I saw it, I was like,
well done.
What kind of edit is this one? But then the third one, I hope it's going to be better. Yeah. And so I'm just working on that. It will be available when it's available on Amazon. I will let you guys know. I'm thinking if I should do a book launch, but I don't know.
We can do a little.
I don't even know yet.
It can be like a mini thing.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working towards, and that will be out soon. Even the title is really, really nice. It's something that I wrote from the place of I got inspired by Dream Count. Chimamanda Adichie. The way she had one character for a particular. So for my case, I have 11 characters.
Nice.
11 main characters, 3 chapters to them. So each character had 3 chapters to them. And it's a really, really nice book. It's something that when your teens, the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, when they read, they would learn from it. Yeah, it's a mix of everything. A mix of Nigerian, UK into it. The names are also really. I padded some.
I can't wait to read it. I like
my husband he was reading the book. He said he noticed that somebody had Maria Durujaye. The person had a Yoruba name, English name, and an Igbo name. I said yes, I did that intentionally.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 in 1. The way we say that, someone is a Yoruba, you have an Igbo name, and you also have
we're inclusive
name.
over here. You understand?
So that's
inclusive.
more like an inclusive stuff.
We're diverse. We're inclusive.
Yeah. So when the book is ready and when it's on Amazon, I'll give you guys snippets of the interesting things that in the book that I put into the book intentionally, something that will send you back home, something that you can relate to, some words like puff puff, jollof rice, those things are there. So you've not been to Nigeria, but you're Nigerian, you get the vibe from the book. If you're in the UK, you get the vibe from the book also.
Yeah.
So that's what we have for the magazine session, and that will be out soon. And thank you so much. If you stayed with us till this point, we're super, super grateful. Thank you so much for your support, guys. It's just been you guys. Yes, we know that we might not become, but please do follow us on all social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
Let us know what you think of the episode. Please. If you enjoyed it,
if you need us to improve on anything, please let us know as well. We value your input also.
We value your feedback.
So we value your feedback. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'm your girl Debbie,
and I'm Dima.
We'll see you guys next time. Please.
Bye. Guys.